next story is about a businesswoman who concealed 1.40 grams of illicit drugs in her fourth pad, that's her underwear. So, the businesswoman concealed 1.40 grams meth in fourth pad as agency intercept illicit drug shipments in phone chargers, food items going to Europe, Hong Kong, and other parts of the state. A businesswoman identified as Opolonpo Ebere Teresa was arrested after aviation security officer of FAN, in collaboration with NDLEA operatives attached to the screening point of Terminal 2 of the Lagos Airport, arrested her for concealing illicit drugs in her underwear while attempting to board a Qatar Airway flight to Doha, Qatar. We have a video. Can we please display that on the screen? Then we'll come back to analyze the stories with us. Welcome back and see watching with us. So that was video of the lady that was arrested at the terminal point in Lagos for hiding illicit drugs in her underwear. So, Mr. Femi Chacha, what's your take?
Well, before we ask Femi Chacha, you have to introduce it first. So let me introduce Femi Chacha first because, well, Lagos happened, I'm sure. Well, it's good to have you, Femi Chacha. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me on traffic update.
I know. Right, because natural cause, and of course it was rainy, and once it rains, trust Lagos, I don't know how it happens. There's traffic, there is no bus. If you, when you're with your car, you feel like just parking the car and just start working because you would probably work faster than being in your car. But thank you so much for making it down to the studio. So yes, now reacting to gratitude story.
I think I need to thank the NDLEA, that's Nigerian Drug Law Enforcement Agency. They're becoming more proactive, and for some of us that travel frequently, we understand the harassment the green passport gives some of us, because once you carry the green passport elsewhere, they just seclude you to go through different search because of things
like this.
Either you are innocent, they don't, once you just flash it, then probably later when they now check through your antecedent and see that probably like some of us that belong to the academia, then they can begin to say, oh, okay, 1, 2, 3, join so. But you still see that that percentage of those that are always separated or isolated are those carrying the green passport. And some of these reasons, not only this, but this is one of the reasons. And I'm of the opinion that we must find a way to get rid of the get rich quick syndrome. It's one of the reasons why I don't know why I will hide things like this. Some people even ingest and put in their system something that can damage your kidney, damage your liver, but just because you want to live larger than life and you want to make people feel that you are rich, you just go this extent. I think it is not enough. It is actually not enough to just arrest them and show them. I think that's the reason why more people are actually still getting involved, because it looks like a syndicate. It looks like it looks like a ring, and once it just looks like literally one spanner lost. Just pick one person and probably 1,000 of them. So I'm of the opinion that they should, before doing this, they should always let them trail them to the real kingpin.
Right.
Yes. So for every one arrest you make, you lay low, grab the real kingpin. Once they know that it will always lead to them, but if it does not lead to the real kingpin that are actually benefiting from all of these things, they will just keep recruiting more and more people who are just like a bomb.
But don't you think, even for them to do that now, for the fact that the video is already out, don't you think they will be on the run?
That's why I said before pushing
the video out,
narratives like this, you just lay low, let them lead you. Then you can even, there are concessions that can be made. Oh, you did us to so and so, instead of maybe 10 years imprisonment, we'll help you for helping us with,
like plea bargain.
Yes, like we'll give you 3 or 4 years. People will be willing till they pick up all the risks. See, it's just like cutting the tree. It will still always grow again. It may take time, but we must solve it to the roots. That's the only problem I have with this media trial, quote and unquote, actually. But it's a good thing in the right direction, but let us solve it to the roots.
So now, talking about solving, Matthew, now I like the fact that we're trying to actually solve it and get a solution to this problem, but let's also look at it from another direction. Aside from releasing the video, not releasing the video rather, making investigations. Now, from movies that I've seen, there are a lot of times that the person you are even making a package move for, you don't get to see the person. You just get a strange phone call from someone who probably you've discussed with somebody, and the person, you showed interest, like, I will do anything for money, and somebody tells you, okay, you might get a call, you might not, and you get a call, and the person tells you where to go pick up a parcel, and you pick up the parcel, you find out it's that thing, then you have to make a delivery. Now, don't you think that our technology also needs to be well advanced to be able to track stuffs like this? Because at some point, you visiting and taking people and track it might not help, except that technology can. What do you think about that?
You are correct, but just like he said, you see, what is happening is purely media trial, and whether I like it or not, it's already in the court of public opinion, and judgment will be given in that court. But that judgment will not deter people from committing the acts. Rather, what do is prosecution. The whole essence of prosecuting criminals is to act as deterrent to others. So that is why the NDA must not stop at the point of this arrest. They must ensure that there is punishment, not punishment anyway. They must ensure that the person is prosecuted to act as deterrent to others. Because if you look at the role of NDLA, it does not just stop with enforcing drug laws.
Right.
They equally have a responsibility to educate the people about the implication of what doing all of this. And I think that is lacking. Because there are some people who may not know the larger implication of what they are doing. I understand that this lady in question is a POS operator.
Yeah.
So she may not have known the larger implication of what she's doing. It may be now that she has been arrested that she will be availed the privilege or opportunity to know that this is the implication of what she has done.
Do you actually want to believe that she does not know?
It's possible.
I want to believe she probably does not know it.
No. It's a different thing to say, no, get me right. Okay. It's a different thing to say, I know that this is wrong. But you may not know the larger implication, perhaps the J-term and all of that. And if they are doing the education about the implication of all these things, I think as an adult, she would have gotten knowledge of it.
No, I beg to differ, because this is drugs we're talking about.
I'm coming. That is why those who drafted the law say ignorance of the law is no excuse. Because they know that some people could be ignorant of it.
I still beg to differ, because if you're talking about
the point I'm making here is
fake drugs, I'm not even saying fake drug is good.
The point I'm making here is, if you look at the law establishing NDLEA, they have a responsibility to educate the public about the implication of indulging in it, whether at the level of abuse, whether trafficking. It is in their purview to educate the public, not just to enforce the law. So what I'm saying is, they should equally look towards that direction, even as they strive to punish or rather prosecute someone who have been arrested to act as a deterrent to others.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Now, I want to throw this question back to you, Femi. He mentioned something, and well, it's fine. Some persons might not understand, might not know that the drug is in the butt pad, is in whatever.
No, that was not the answer.
I'm asking the question. And now, if that is different, now for someone, he said some people might not know the real implication. They know it's wrong, but they don't know the implication. How factual can that be? That you are taking drugs, you know it's drugs, and you're feeling you probably have 1 month jail term, or when you're being arrested you'll be treated. Is there any possibility that there's someone like that who actually believes it works like that?
You see, we have to understand on Maslow's law, hierarchy of needs. You see, once people look at food, clothing, and shelter, and there is a huge amount that can be deposited in their accounts to take care of that momentarily. There are some people that in the next 10 years they will not smell 1 million naira. As in, no matter how hard they work, because of their level of skill, because of their certification, they will not smell 1 million naira. And someone now walks up to you and say, I'll give you 3 million, but I'll give you 1 million naira now if you do A, B, C, D. The person will not even ask what is the implication. The implication is not provided he sees that alert, 1 million and gives the wife, gives the children 1 reason and tell them, see, because most of them live their life like, I'm going out today, I'm not sure I'm coming back. So even if he's not coming back, provided his family will be able to mourn him for that momentarily, for that work without.
So even tell you that even if they take me and put me in jail or prison, it's fine. So far the money goes to my family. Yes. That's why I'm trying to go against what you said. Now, that they probably don't have the
point is this. I know my first time of traveling outside this country, I would have fallen victim because somebody just told me, please, I have 3 bags. Will you mind helping me with one? My hands can't carry the 3 at the same time. Unknown to me, but psychologically, not because I'm even of age. Something just told me, can I be the one to choose which of the bags I will carry? But the guy was insisting, I know, why not help me with this one is smaller. I said, no, I want to help you with the bigger one. And guys said, then don't bother. Only for me to discover later on in the news to see that same person being arrested. So what if I didn't use my discretion? And they always prey on innocent people. That's the way they do it. And it's just part of your luggage. And it's the person that carries it that gets cleared that will actually be declared as that person's luggage. So my point is this: ignorance is no excuse. You have to make sure that you understand that there's somebody out there that wants to play on your intelligence or play on your gullibility. So if you don't want to face the law, then you have to be smart, you have to be sound, and then please, there's no reason to be covetous or jealous of someone else. I've learned that very early in life, and I'm trying to imbibe that in my children. That you don't have today does not mean you can't have it
tomorrow.
Don't be jealous about somebody else's thing. If we all are contented, then maybe there will be little or less crime in our society.
I totally agree that if we are not greedy, because most times what happens is that we get greedy, like you said some persons, they don't even want to know what they are carrying, they don't even want to know who they are meeting, they don't even want to know the means of transportation. All they know is, if that money is ready, I'm good to go, give it to me, I'm ready. They don't even mind if their life will be lost at the cost of the line of that job. But anyways, Coach, you do have a question here.
So with all this being said, what do you think can be done? What do you think the federal government need to do? Because of recent, we have been seeing this particular thing happening over time. Like, it's been reoccurring every single day. You go to the internet, you see one person or the other being caught with drugs, and it's becoming like a reoccurring issue. So what do you think the federal government needs to do? Do you think they need to incorporate this probably a program to make people aware, people that are unaware of these things, the consequences, like what he said and what you said? Do you think something needs to be done, or the NDLEA could create a form of awareness to people that are probably ignorant of the whole thing? And
you see, very good question, and I think there's something wrong with the moral fabric of Nigeria as a nation. It starts from the educational sector, religious sector. See, every sector must learn to reward people who are morally sound and punish those who are morally bankrupt. If somebody steals money and you make him a deacon or an elder in church because he's contributing financially, and there's somebody that is a pauper that comes regularly, that is disciplined but is not flamboyant, and that person is not qualified to be a deacon because he does not does not throw money at you in church, then you are indirectly encouraging people to go into wrong things to make money. So we should not look at it from the nationalistic point of view. It's something that every one of us have a quota to play right from the family unit. When your child, you bought a pencil for your child comes back home with 3 pencils and you are celebrating and oh, my child, good of you. No. Next time that child will steal something bigger than that, and you will now, that's when you will face the consequence. So I'm of the opinion that number one, every one of us, from the local government chairman, fathers, family units, religious sector, every sector must begin to reward, even employers, you must reward people that are diligent. Then you must make sure that people that are showing negative attitudes as far as moral is concerned are punished. Number one. Number two, there must now be, I'm happy with the National Orientation Agency at the moment. Uncle Issa Oniru, my very good big brother. I see them doing a lot of jingles on Nigeria Happened to Me. I don't know if some people have been seeing that. I see them doing a lot of jingles. They are trying to come back. While I appreciate that strategy, I also see them doing debates, universities debating about moral bankruptcy and the likes. I think they should find a way to take it to the grassroots and let these adverts be in local languages, and then people should be able to now. It's not just, that's not enough. People should be able to nominate people from their for awards from their locality, people that they see are trustworthy and have shown diligence. Once we correct names from localities and people can, through a portal or whatever, people can attest to some person's behavior, and some of these people are honored by the president. It will trickle down. People who want to behave right. So as an employer, the owner of this place should recommend one person, just for instance, diligency employee award, whatever. Even if it is just on the mention that there's a role of honor that some of these names are wearing, it will begin to add to how people want to behave right. So lastly, I now really feel that most people want to behave this way because they think or they believe our politicians are not transparent and they take this money and live lavishly. If you ask an average Nigerian, the reason why they want to spend lavishly, 2 things come to mind: politicians and celebrities. They are the ones that throw money. Me that I'm doing 9 to 5, I will now want to come and start blowing when I know that I know how many hours I have to spend. I know how many hours I have to spend to reach. But some of these people live that. If we don't begin to put politicians on, is it called minimum wage or something? It should be part-time. Once politics is part-time, and you can still do your normal job, and they sit for probably only 6 months, and it's only those times that they are sitting that they earn money. They still drive the car that we know them to own, and they are accessible. No, there's no reason why a politician should have 20 police officers. He should have only 1. You will find out that when we cut down on some of this perception we have about politics, many people will want to work diligently.
Well said. Thank you very much for that one. Well, before we go to the next one, I would like to add, if Matthew, do you have something else to add to what Femi Chacha just said?
Definitely. When we look at NDNA Act Cap number 30, Law of the Federation of Nigeria 2024, is very clear. It takes me back to what I said ab initio. It gives NDA the responsibility of 1, combating drug trafficking, enforcing drug law, and ultimately promoting drug education.
Great.
That is where I was trying to point out the other time. That it is even the failure of that agency to promote the education about drug is part of the reason people do not know. And again, if those who drafted the constitution know that, they already know that some people want to hide under the atmosphere of ignorance. And certainly some persons can be ignorant of a particular situation. That is why it behoves on you as an adult to get yourself acquainted with the position of the law of Nigeria, and so that at every point in time you know when you are right or wrong.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's pick this call. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello?
Hello, good afternoon. Can you speak up, please?
No.
Okay. Well, hello, good afternoon. Hello. All right, well, we have a message here, and this one says, good afternoon, you are all doing well, God bless you all. In as much as I do not encourage doing hard drugs, but sometimes our government is not making the country a conducive environment for people to bank for people to bank on a normal legitimate business. Well, thank you. This is Samuel from Shomolu. Well, I understand what you're saying, but thank you also for stating the fact that it's not like you're encouraging hard drugs. But yes, we know that the economy is quite hard and everybody's trying to, fix themselves up. But still, drugs is not the way to go. We always say no to drugs. It's not healthy. It's not even good. Trust me, the back end of it is towards destruction, basically.